Okay? And the reason for that is that I think the macroeconomics can be put right. I mean, it's not actually absolutely right at the moment, but it is getting better. I mean, it's got much better than it was, say, a year ago. There's lots of institutional capacities, lots of savings and investment capacities. Now that, varies across developing countries. I mean, China, of course, is remarkable in the sense that their savings rates are over 50%, now come down to 50. India had a savings rate at one time which went up to about 35, 36. It's now come down to 30. But even a 30% savings rate is actually pretty good if what you're targeting for is a 7 or even 8% GDP growth, because with the 30% savings and maybe 2% current account deficit, you could easily have a 32% investment rate. And India can certainly go back a little bit higher. But many of the other developing countries, whether it's South Africa, Turkey, Brazil, their savings rates are much lower. So if you've got a savings rate which is below 20%, it's a little difficult to imagine that you're going to have the same growth rate as, say, an economy that manages a savings rate of 34 and 35%. So emerging markets will differ. I think, though, that virtually all these countries are now in a position where their capacity for sustainable growth is much better than it was 10, 20 years ago. And therefore, the trend growth rate on which they operate will be higher than it was earlier.